with Fatty, but I mean, yeah, I could totally. I feel like
You get through all the Trump supporters too.
yeah.
I wonder though, like how like what's the shelf life? Do they have a shorter life, or is it like a McDonald's chicken nugget where there's so much preservatives that they harden and last forever? And eventually I die out, but do the chicken nuggets, can they reproduce? Will life go on after me? We're back in the chicken nuggets.
Oh no! And there was another question about what you gotta have a shut up.
That might be the best question.
Popcorn chicken.
Oh, if your hands were like an animal.
But it had to be a.
Well, she was just kind of referencing the orientation of the animal.
Yeah.
You don't have to stick that hand. If your hand was an animal, what animal would it be?
You didn't help when you did.
I was with my fingers too. Now, if your hand got turned into an animal, what animal? I said octopus because then I could still things up.
Oh, that's smart. Mine would probably be like a turkey because you draw the outline. Of the so it's really useful so they would drown by looking up the ring. Get a little hole.
Why not?
Why wouldn't I? Yeah.
Tatsu Con, baby.
I brought it here all by myself and no one helped.
Sure, okay.
I went through a whole entire auction for that.
She should have you sign it.
Have it.
Were you sure?
Yeah, I don't want it.
Maybe I could sign something else. I'll give you this remote control.
Oh.
Don't get the remote.
See if anyone got.
Wait, what's cool?
Oh no, there's someone with a walkie-talkie. Oh, you have a question.
Would you rather have teeth for fingernails or fingernails for teeth? Oh god. Either way, you have to clip nails. Wait, that's basically
Teeth for fingernails. Yeah.
Then you never have to clip anything.
Yeah. Also, like, scare the crap out of me.
So like large. I just brush them every day.
What if
But you can eat like this.
Yeah.
like would it be like your teeth?
So like
I would hope it would be your teeth.
Like do you have someone's hair like on your hand?
and you're just like
Good question. What? Is this gonna be a bunch of replacing body parts with other body parts conversation?
Would you rather have screaming nipples or a tongue that constantly interrupts you? Wait, you can't help.
How often do the nipples scream?
All the time.
Oh.
Wait, no, because that'll ruin your career. It's just a constant.
Well,
As you're just like talking about life is constant discipline.
I was gonna say screaming nipples, just because like I feel like I could like put a clamp on them, and anytime I needed their bam! Give me your money.
Yes! I have that. Wait, I have this like 10 minutes long. And I have a video of it like 10 minutes. Oh my god.
Oh, what?
What?
Armin scream.
Armin
Good job, Armin scream.
I didn't play Armin.
You played Marco.
You win.
Polo.
You found
What
Marco.
about he screamed a lot.
Yeah, you and a hug.
He screamed a lot.
All of the hugs.
Oh, he barely.
I would just have to go with screaming nipples too, because I feel like an interrupting tongue would just be. Yeah.
Oh, you're such a
Just trying to figure out how that would work.
These are
Too.
excellent questions, by the way.
All right, I'm gonna give you a more serious question. Okay, what is both of your toughest roles that you've ever got casted as, whether it be cartoon in Ben's case or anime or a cartoon?
Toughest as in like toughest to perform or like vocally?
toughest role that you had to like get that voice like in a certain way.
For me, like and not like as a performer, but just vocally would be like if there's this one game. It's the Mad Max tie-in video game for the movie, and they needed people to be the bad guys who all like the war boys. They all scream everything at the top of their lungs. And so the last session we did was 2 hours of just gut-wrenching screaming. And after at the hour and a half mark, I couldn't do it anymore. I still had 30 minutes left, so I just had to like force it out, and I started tasting blood by the end of the session.
Oh
Ooh.
no!
So that's probably vocally the most painful like session I've ever done in my life. But like toughest role would be like just somebody who's just completely not like me to try to figure out what it's like to do that. And that's just kind of there's several roles that sort of fit that. There's nothing that's really been like just this acting challenge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all video games are terribly. All the video games I end up doing are all screaming. That or anything Dragon Ball Z that I've done is probably pretty difficult. Luckily, they don't usually have you in there for too long, unless you're Sean Schimmel. The blue Goku.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Yeah.
Did they really call it that?
Yeah, they did in the movie. In the movie, yes, they did call it. I know it sounds repetitive.
Did they retroactively like change it later on in the manga or something?
In Super, it's being called Super Saiyan Blue, but I don't like that name either because it's kind of like because it gets rid of the God name, but then also it's like, why are you calling it blue? You know, like
No,
calling it
I'm
color.
also Team Instinct.
You know, like Super Saiyan is yellow, so are you gonna call Super Saiyan yellow? And you're like, I think it's kind of a dumb name too. I think it should be called like Ultimate Super Saiyan or God or something.
Acting wise, the most difficult role that I probably ever played. I say this because I failed. This was not on camera or for anime. Although I failed at a few anime characters where they recast me and they didn't tell me until I was like saw it on Cartoon Network. I was like, that doesn't sound like me.
The Space Dandy thing you
There
said?
was a Space Dandy episode. There was one other episode. There was one other show where they brought me in for one character, and they're like, "All right, well, we'll be doing more later." And then they brought me back in like a month later, and I think he forgot, but it was the same show, and it was a different character. And I'm like, well, that's a sign. But aside from that, I did a lot of theater. I did a lot of Shakespeare, and when I was like 24,
We know
I got
that.
cast as Mark Antony in Julius Caesar, which he was the leader of the Roman Empire, of the Roman army, and he comes back from war at the beginning of the play. It's supposed to look like a warrior. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not incredibly physically intimidating. So when the Dallas Morning Newspaper reviewed it, I think the headline was like, "Why is Doogie Howser playing Mark Antony?" If you're not familiar with Doogie Howser, he was a child doctor on a network television show. Neil Patrick Harris, thank you. Neil Patrick Harris, when he was a child, played Doogie Howser, and he used to make journal entries on an old laptop. No, an old computer. That was pre-laptop. Computers did not rest on laps. That's all I have to say about that. You had a question.
You just give us your best Goku and Vegeta impersonations.
Oh God. You can't have him. You can't replace Sean.
No.
Let Chris and Sean.
You can't defeat me, Kakarot!
This dub version was pretty good too.
That was me doing Sabbath, except with helium blue.
I mean, you wouldn't win.
Oh yeah, no. I would put Vaughn from Seven Deadly Sins because they both have regenerative powers, and they would just beat each other up for eternity.
Did they eventually pass out from getting too tired?
No.
Kaneki would eat him, and then he would reform in his stomach.
Yeah.
The other guy got eaten. Nice, son. That's why. That's why. 9 was scared of 7. Or 6 was scared of 7.
Yeah, because 7, 8.
9 was scared of 7.
Yes. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9.
Okay, you're on speaker.
Hi. How are you doing today? Me too. I'm so tired. I could really use some coffee. A room full of people is listening to you. What do you have to say to all of them?
It's about 20,000, so make it good.
Yeah, 20,000 people.
And a chicken. And a rubber chicken.
And a rubber chicken.
And a rubber chicken. It is weird. What's even stranger is that the chicken's been used as a violent tool. Rubber chickens were never meant to hurt. They were meant to bring joy. What's your name? Christine. It's nice to meet you. Audio-wise. Orally.
This is being recorded.
All of this is being recorded.
To me.
And it'll be on the internet tomorrow.
This will be on YouTube. The two if you were at the Q&As yesterday, they're already up on my channel.
I don't know if you're familiar with the internet, but it's a series of tubes.
I don't have the 18 panel up though yet. I don't have the 18-year panel up yet though.
Al Gore invented the internet. Did you know that? It's true. Well, Christine, why are we FaceTiming? Gosh. Is this... You don't have a network connection.
Oh.
Burn. Never mind. You lose. You lose. Not this time. Sorry. Sorry, I got your hopes up. Here, talk to Ben.
I think she knows who I am.
Who cares? She watches.
Oh, okay.
Who do you plan to?
Gurio.
You know Gurio Umino?
She's watched the new dub. How have you not seen the
Hey, Kid Next Door. Hey, Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
Here, talk. Say hi to Ben.
He played number 1, number 2, and Eugene.
Hi. How are you doing, Christine? That's okay. That's awesome. No one knows. Your friends are apologizing. Oh, just only one of them.
Yeah.
So, this is the most awkward conversation ever. People are filming this too. There's like at least 3 people doing it.
That's okay, because you're actually in a panel that's about lessons on public speaking, and you're demonstrating how to do it.
We're all very impressed.
Very.
I'm gonna hand you back to your friend. Oh, okay.
Bye, Christine.
Bye, Christine.
Alright.
Who else wants us to call someone?
Not that. Okay, so can you both do like an impersonation conversation, right, of Marco and Eugene?
Oh God.
No, he can't do Eugene.
No.
You have to do it. Come on.
Sunday.
He did Eugene when he was a kid.
I want to see it.
Well, you're witnessing me doing Eugene's voice now.
Yeah.
I can't do a 13-year-old voice anymore.
I feel really weird for knowing this, but I was watching a bunch of your guys' videos online.
That's okay.
Now, for knowing what?
For knowing stuff about you guys.
No, Eugene. Gene.
Now, I'm scared to ask you what you now know about me that you found out from the internet.
So much.
All will be revealed in time.
Underwear, it's great.
After we met,
Oh,
What's it?
it's too late. Cat's out of the bag. It's okay, Connie.
This one can't deal with anything.
I was crying too, but for different
Oh.
Did Eugene beat Marco?
No. Isn't Marco a grown ass man?
He's 15.
Oh, he was like 10. Yeah, 15-year-old could be a 15-year-old. Also, one who like already gets hurt by himself.
He gets hurt every.
Marco has killed Titans, or at least assisted.
You
Yeah.
think he did?
He did.
Well,
He
he
killed a
has
Titan in one of the episodes. Okay.
At least
That's a feat.
Yeah. He killed a giant. He's got swords. Fly.
Wait, can we? Whoa.
Whoa!
Yeah. Question.
Would you want a job at KFC or
KFC.
Yeah.
Finger licking. Good. That guy's creepy.
Yeah. They keep trying to change it too. It just
Yeah.
never works. It wasn't like no McDonald's.
Was it really?
Yeah. And like the costume, and then they were like, no, that's not working either.
He's still not as creepy as the reanimated Orville Redenbacher. That's just disturbing. Does anybody know about the phenomenon in Japan with Christmas and KFC?
Yes.
Yeah, apparently, like, it's Japanese tradition, almost every family buys a large family pack KFC thing. And it's so popular that you have to, like, sign up for it months in advance. It's like the traditional Japanese dinner is provided by KFC. That's not American imperialism. I don't know.
I don't think that's fine.
So,
Can you guys pull your weirdest faces?
Over
Yeah,
the
I don't think
internet?
they have.
Yes.
my weirdest face?
Yes.
I've only got one face.
This is the only face I have. Oh my god.
Make that my new Twitter profile. Perfect. That's a good one.
More people are recording now.
All of the recording.
I hope none of you have YouTube channels.
I do.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
Hi, new people.
Let's just say yesterday's videos are already up.
Yeah.
Well, except for the 18 one. I haven't put that one up yet.
So, like, which one of you would win in a staring contest? I've gone for 5 minutes.
You've gone like 10 minutes.
This weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know each other that well.
Yeah,
No.
who else?
Okay, let's hold on.
All right, ready? 1, 2. Close the eyes. 1, 3, open. 1, 2.
Oh, I lost. Damn it.
It was like 3 seconds.
Well, that was
We could have killed another 10
Damn
minutes.
it, what were we thinking? Going blind, but still.
She can really go.
She's held it.
I've almost cried before.
Can we get a picture of you and I?
I've only been
Please no.
awake for like an hour and a half. We could do a sleeping contest.
I would win.
I would win. You jumped. That hurt.
Uh,
All the way up there.
what's up? What's
How do you think a conversation between Bob and
In the words of Emperor
Dance
Palpatine.
voice monkey. Dance voice.
wait, did you say Kaneki or Marco?
Connie?
I'm Marco. I'm already
That's
dead.
the first one for today.
No, wait. No, what is that?
I'll be season 2 Kaneki. Just go.
I need to watch this show, clearly.
It's a good show.
I've heard good things about it. I see everybody cosplaying it. I've never seen it.
Watch it.
Where's is it on Netflix?
The show is
It's not on
literal
Netflix,
torture.
but there's this website called Kiss Anime that you can use.
Kiss Anime is for illegal streaming. Let's not promote that on the
Yeah.
internet. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's what
bad.
destroys this industry.
Honestly.
Yeah, this ain't Game of Thrones. We're not gaining popularity on torrent sites.
Who has part of it?
I am a
But I'm just gonna tell you, like, if you watch the anime, it's literal.
What
up, Ching?
Yeah, because he gets tortured. by Vegeta.
I know Cartoon Network has been lately doing like reboots of cartoon shows. Are you going to be in any of them possibly, or is it
Not that I know of. No, I mean the one that I know that they're rebooting.
Ben 10?
Oh, that's what they're rebooting.
They're rebooting that. It's coming up next year. I know they just they're rebooting it. Yeah, but to the credit, the actual creator, the original creator of Ben 10, the original one, is actually coming back for that. So I have hopes for that one. But Samurai Jack though is going to be like a continuation. It's not going to be an actual reboot though. So
No, not yet. I mean, they're ongoing processes, so it's one of those things where it's like.
don't know.
In the future, but that's if I get it done. Right now, that's
Yeah. What's up? Like that we just enjoyed watching. Oh,
mine is L from Death Note. Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, like, yeah. L is like one of my favorite characters ever. He's so weird, but really like funny and cool. I love L.
just trying to kill people with your notebook. I'm not very good with favorites. Never. I just love everyone so much. When I was younger, I really was into Vampire Hunter D. Familiar? You're not. I really dug Van Helsing. Both creepy vampires with powers and guns. So there's that. But I also really like characters like one of my favorite shows growing up was Fooly Cooly. I just kind of love the young, protagonist who just kind of hangs out in the boring suburbs until aliens show up.
Speaking of that, because that's being rebooted or the next season, are you possibly in it, or any the casting for that is?
I've never worked with the company. I forget what the company is.
Well, wasn't that licensed by Funimation? Or
The dub was originally, I think, I'm pretty sure a different company
is licensing this year? Because I know Toonami is like budgeting it for the company that's doing it in Japan or whatever. But
I don't actually. So maybe Funimation will license, and then I'll have a chance.
That's what I was thinking. But I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, that they might just use the same actors for that. Really? Because wasn't the first one through Funimation? That's. Oh, maybe it was like back then she wasn't. Maybe that's what it is.
I have no idea. Before I worked.
All I know right now, I don't know who's getting the dub license. All I know is that Toonami was like helping the people in Japan that's like makes the anime like do it.
I didn't like Big O. I'm just gonna say it.
That's okay.
I'm just gonna say it. I don't like Max. Except for the yes.
I was regular actor. That was my job.
Then you were cartoon actor, and then you were anime actor.
When I was doing theater, I had a day job. I had a bunch of jobs. I was an office and programs manager for a nonprofit for 8 years. I ran all the details for the advisory board for Booker T. Washington High School for Performing and Visual Arts. We raised like millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah! Go arts funding! It was pretty cool. We built a campus in downtown Dallas. We like directly gave money to students. It's a magnet school where you audition to get in either dance, theater, music, or visual arts. And it provided a ton of opportunities for low-income, disenfranchised kids in central Dallas. and it was a lot of fun. I would buy laptops and send kids to Juilliard, spend other people's money, throw fancy parties. Before that, I was a manager at Blockbuster.
Ooh.
Early 20s. Oh.
Yeah, Blockbuster's like
Blockbuster, it's like the red box, but it was a whole
You know that
store.
Blockbuster's like dead.
In their neighborhood? That was probably a Blockbuster.
Blockbuster just like totally went downhill.
I like to bring that story up when kids talk to me about wanting to become a voice actor, because there's a difference between your passion and your career, and there's something that can get really perverted when you make your passion into your career. You lose something special, and I found that out because when I was young, I wanted to work at Blockbuster so badly because I loved Blockbuster. And then once I finally started working there, I grew to hate them. So don't let that happen to you. I've also waited tables at a bunch of places, and I used to make pizzas. What else have I done?
Make us a pizza right now.
Good.
Do it.
You got a chicken and a banana peel.
Yeah, break the chicken.
What? They killed Blake? What? 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 Huh?
Yeah, film her and put it on YouTube.
Do you guys want Japanese candy?
What'd you do to them?
I didn't do anything, I swear. I didn't do anything, I swear. And I drugged this. No.
This is on the wrap.
I don't want them.
I've had so much garbage this weekend. Oh my god.
That's what you get for being in Buffalo.
I haven't even had the wings.
Oh,
It's like a crime, right?
Yeah, I haven't had wings either. You didn't bring us any wings.
You got a chicken. Yes. They asked me that same question before if I ever like resented them for it. I like my job. Yeah, no, it's a really cool job. Real job. That was their attitude. So it was kind of like, you got something great. You didn't? That's fine too. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. So like, no, but we got to be. I was in a movie when I was 8 called Kindergarten Cop.
Holy crap! You were making a job?
Yeah, I was one of the little kids in the classroom. And no, not that kid. Not that one. But like, but every mom on that set was insane. Like there was maybe like my parents were cool. There was like maybe a couple of the parents, and everybody else was nuts. It was that they would all bother the director saying like, "Can I just get like 8 more seconds of screen time for my child because that'll make him a star." Like crazy guy. To the point where they put all of the parents in this giant trailer that was off the set with like camera feeds linked in from the camera so that they could watch and not bother the director. It was the most annoying thing ever. So like, I was very fortunate I did not have those parents. I just had regular parents who were like, whatever kid, have fun. It's like, you get to meet Arnold Schwarzenegger, have a good time. Like,
Oh, you got to meet him?
yeah, I was with the kids in the class. So
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
You had mentioned that like his parents had like signed a contract where you even like cheer.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was thinking.
It sounds weird, but like, no, they're really cool. They wanted me to get a real job. My mom made me go to college. I got a degree. I haven't used it for anything. But it's like, there you go, Mom. See, I am employable now.
What's your degree?
Oh, my degree. Oh, it's TVF, television and film. Yeah, so like it's like getting like just a useless degree that nobody cares about. Like if you actually want to work in television and film, they're not going to look for that degree. So it's kind of like whatever. But I got it. Proved I'm educated. College bachelor. Yeah.
I ended up with an arts and performance degree.
Ah, there you go. So it's
How
kind of
generic can you get? I got an acting degree at an engineering school. Huh?
You know what? Now you're working as an actor.
It's true.
So hey.
It worked out.
It is how I ended up starting work, though, is because of the people that I met that made me meet other people and made me meet other people. Didn't actually have to finish the degree, but I did. I did 3 years of electrical engineering, and then my last year I was like, screw that. I'm gonna be a star. I got cast as Romeo, and then I went into my counselor's office, and I was like, I don't want to do engineering anymore.
I don't wanna.
I want to go on stage and kiss girls. Are you looking at the chicken again?
No. It's just like a little piece on the board that's just like down.
Yeah, it is kind of annoying.
I'm glad we could interrupt this important session.
There's a
No, I
question.
didn't interrupt the question.
What's the most embarrassing role you guys had to do?
What's embarrassing role? I haven't done any hentai yet. Okay, this is an embarrassing role, but it's like infuriating role. Okay, there's this really awful movie. It's like a Korean animated film that they were doing in English. They had like this insane idea, like we're gonna put this in theaters and it's gonna compete with Pixar, and it's like a crappy movie. It's basically like if you took the plot of Megamind and then made it like really confusing unnecessarily. It's basically that, but with like really generic looking characters, so you don't even get like anything exciting. I played the villain in this film. The director was this lunatic who took all my lines. It's like maybe 8 pages worth of dialogue combined. Like it's not a huge role. He doesn't speak that much. We spent 8 hours straight working on like 8 pages of dialogue. It made no sense. The acting is terrible. And finally, when all was said and done, they recast me with James Woods. So like they brought in a celebrity anyway. And so like now every single time like I feel like I'm not gonna get a role. It's always the joke with my friends. It's gonna go to James Woods. Yeah. You know what? I thought I was gonna be Batman, but no, it's gonna be James Woods. It's always gonna be that kind of thing. But like that was like the worst thing I've ever had. So it's not embarrassing, but like that experience just made me. I was literally punching the door inside of the recording booth. I was so furious. I wanted to murder everyone there. And then, of course, the movie, it hasn't. Like it's still in production, and it's like I don't think it's ever gonna get finished. Oh, when was I working on it? This was maybe 2 years ago, I think. It's pretty recent. But like now the place that we did that in, it's like been bought out by Fang Zoom, so Fang Zoom now owns that building. So now I get to go there and do fun stuff. That's where we recorded 7 Deadly Sins and stuff like that. So
Nice.
I'm like, yeah, okay, now I can go here and not have like rage fits anymore every time I see the building.
I've done so many embarrassing roles, it's hard to
Pick a juicy one. Yeah.
Well, since you used the word juicy,
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
this wasn't like, there's different types of embarrassing. There's like embarrassing as like, oh, I did terribly at that. But then there's like prison school embarrassing. If anyone's familiar with this show, don't go watch it.
I think you've talked about it before.
Yeah, I've never had a chance to do hentai either, but this is about as close as it gets. It's a really terrible show about these 4 boys that get to go to an all-girls school. And then there's a secret underground student council, and on the first like night they try to like peep in the girls' locker room, and then they end up getting imprisoned at the school, and they wear like prison outfits, and then a bunch of just overly drawn female characters kind of abuse them for a season or 2. And a lot of really graphic things happen involving all sorts of juices. It's a really nasty show. And it's really embarrassing that I was the lead in it. Aside from that, the actual production of it, like doing it was really fun. But I can't look Alexis Tipton in the eyes anymore. Not her! She was in it too, so.
Prison school?
Prison school.
Okay, write that down.
Oh, great.
I have an answer. Write it down.
Okay, we get one more question and then we have to go. I'm sorry.
Okay. Is what like role would you guys like to play if there was like there was like a role that you guys really wanted to like do, but you like can't get it, like what would like be like your dream voice like acting role basically?
Oh. I'm gonna take all of his roles.
I want to go his role.
Switch all of the roles.
I don't know.
I'll be the asshole. The one that pays the best. Money.
Yeah.
You know, for me, because this will never happen. I want to be Spider-Man in a video game, but I want to do his mocap, specifically like swinging around on like giant trapezes. But it turns out that whoever gets to like do his voice even in the mocap game doesn't actually do his stunts. I found that out. So I'm now incredibly disappointed, and I have no dream job anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever Troy Baker's about to do next, I want to do that.
Well, I mean, you were pretty close.
I didn't do his mocap. Let's not spell things. I mean, yeah, but let's not.
Give me some coffee so I can spill it.
You have water?
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's whatever the heck this panel was.
Yay! Thank you guys for hanging out.
And you want to public speaking 101?
Public speaking 101.
I learned a lot.
Yay! What
It's just called Lessons in Public Speaking. And you all learned a lesson by watching me speak.
Austin, how's the chicken?
I love it.
That's what?
Thank you so much.
So much.